What's up, peeps? It's Perk, and today we got a new video series for you guys. It's going to be called Storytime Saturdays. And, well, pretty much it was just an excuse for me to be able to play visual novels on the channel because I didn't have that and I wanted to. So, now we got that. We're going to be able to swag out. Today we're playing Sakura Spirit, as you can see right chunk. So, I'm really excited. Let's go ahead and let's get started. I got myself some Thai tea. Oh yeah, let's do this. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. Yet, as people grow up, they often come to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. At least that's what most people say. Then what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky?
Every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he might have to face.
I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young child, I've been interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist. It has always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than figments of my imagination, I still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is Gushiken Takahiro, a 17-year-old rising judo star. And no, that's not me bragging. Not him bragging, guys. I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that can make or break my career on an international level. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country at a sport that I loved, but the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. And while those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window. Oi! Taka-kun! Get your butt in gear! Okay, I'll be right there, Koyomi. Now, I wanted to keep Koyomi waiting. I quickly dashed towards the front door to let her in, not even realizing that I was still in my pajamas. Good job. Hold on a second, Koyomi. Gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school. Really? I never realized that our school had a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom? Bro, Koyomi gonna end up catching hands. She keep talking crap, man. She keep talking crap, she gonna have to catch some hands. For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards, noticing that I was indeed wearing my pajamas. I let out a groan of annoyance and marched back toward my room. Bah! There's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Ooh, okay, so how do we know that? My dude been hitting it. Mumbling those words, I started stripping out of my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind me. That only happened once. You know very well it was super hot that night. And geez, warn me before you strip naked in front of me, you idiot. What a baka, right? What a baka, right? You didn't seem to mind it when we were little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead? Oh, okay. Hey. Yo, show and tell. I like this technique. It's a good technique. It works every time. It works 100% of the time, 80% of the time, 60% of the time. No, stop. Don't make me kick your ass. Girl. I decided I had teased her enough and quickly pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours? It's that upcoming match. I have no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up an apocalypse genre. Apocalypse genre? Genre. Alright, the judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches and you kick butt. And of course, if you're really worried, you can always pray. Girl, you can pray to these nuts. Pray? What? Don't tell me you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. Apparently there's some shrine out in the forest that if you pray to it brings you good luck. Ichikawa-san says that his sister prayed to it the night before an exam and she got a perfect score. A shrine that is said to bring you good luck. Sounds like bogus to me, but at this point I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I'll ask Ichikawa-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up a modern-day Tarzan. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't mind being a modern-day Tarzan. It wouldn't be that bad. Well, whatever. If you do go looking, at least send me a message to let me know. And will you hurry up? We're gonna be late. Again. Bruh. A hero is never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry. That's a wizard, not a hero, genius. How can one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time? I don't know. I'm only a geek. As explained by the hat. Let's not forget the Casanova and Man of the Year candidates bits. They're important details. See, my dude know how to slide. He trying to slide right in them DMs. What you mean? He trying to slide in them DMs. I doubt you'd qualify for either of those, pajama boy. Bruh, she gonna chill on me. My jammies was looking swagged out and she know it, bruh. Anyway, let us boldly go where everyone has gone before. To school. Ugh. Nerd. Your face. Several hours later. Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmates about the location of the shrine that Kiyomi mentioned earlier. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for today, so once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey, Ichikawa! Is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Oh ho ho, let me guess. You want to date her. Well, even though I do have to admit that she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Okay, so bro. First off, I'm about to roast you. Alright? Let's get on this old not having a tie all the way tied up looking. This old got crisscross patterns on his tie looking. This got a pocket right here for no dang reason looking. Yo, bougie teacher glasses having. Yo, eyebrows going in front of your hairline looking. Alright, so I'm gonna need you to calm down. I ain't trying to get your sister. If I wanted it, she would have already been on these nuts, homie. So let's go ahead, let's start that. If she wanted a D, she could have got the D now already. But you know, I ain't bossed that. I ain't want it, homie. So you can calm that down. Alright? I ain't trying to date your sister, Holmes. I got my own problems, big fella. Got my own problems. You don't want zero problems, big fella. God, anyway. Not to mention you're not her type. Alright, so I gotta roast you again, bro. I'm about to get on your not even properly shaded looking. I'm about to get on your collarbone, got an M McDonald's sign looking. I'm about to get on your collarbone looking like Batman symbol looking. Bro, he don't want me to roast him, bro. Anyway, he don't want this, bro. I'm quiet as fuck. He don't want this, man. Anyway, about to get on your gray eye having, your eyes can't even see the pupils looking. Sorry, I got mad. Not my type. I'm telling you, bro, if she got the Dino already, she would have had it. She would have had the Dino already. But no, I'm not her type. Bro, she could have got the Dino if she wanted it. But guess what? I ain't want to go after her. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm too real. I don't chase. She was already on these nuts like, oh, God, Perk, oh my God, I so want it. It's like, no, man. No, I got stuff to do. Man. It's like, no, Takahiro, please, give me your nuts. It's like, no, you're not gonna get these nuts. I got stuff to do. I mean, you might get them if you keep asking, but you know, for the most part, I got stuff to do. Anyway, sorry, rants are over. Sorry, I had to roast them real quick. I already got my hands full dealing with Kiyomi. Like I said, I got girls everywhere, homie. She could have got the Dino if she wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You can keep your sister to yourself. Jokes aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Okay, the shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I didn't know there was anything near the forest aside from the dojo. Oh, well, she said something about it being near a river and quite high up. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention about when she was going on about it. I mean, she was wearing this top and it was tight and... Just gonna sip my tea. And ain't none of my business, though. Stop. I seriously don't need to hear the details. I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone who might have heard about the shrine? Are you guys talking about the lucky shrine in the forest? The one and only. According to Ichikawa's sister, there's supposed to be one near a river. I don't know about that, bro. But there's this fire girl at Asakura Dojo who knows more about it. I don't know why I had to give him this accent. I really wanted to give him an accent, though. Wait, are you talking about Ariana-sama? About this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary? That's the one, bro. Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be of help. Takahiro-kun, I know where that place is. Of course you do. We both do. You just want to tag along, don't you? I don't think Ariya-senpai would appreciate you visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you of what happened last time you tried to peek after a practice? Blood, sweat, and tears. Shut up! I don't peep on ladies. That's slander, you know. I should sue you. I would never look upon Ariana's glorious body in a state of nudity. Bruh. Oh, so you haven't seen her naked yet? I've seen a bit of side boob, but the hole I found didn't really let me get a good view of. There we go. Someone call the cops. Ichikawa, the peeping Tom, has confessed. Oh, peeping Tom looking. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder as I turned around and grabbing my bag in the process and preparing to leave. Thanks for the tip, Ichikawa. I'll let the judge know you were most helpful during the interrogation. This is unfair. I was coerced. I won't say another word until I speak to my lawyer. Oh. I like the music, not gonna lie. Once school was over, I decided to take my chances with the little bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmates. If memory served me right, Ariya-senpai would be practicing at the dojo today. Of course I knew her. She was a dojo student just like myself, but for whatever reason, she had been refusing to compete in any tournaments for a while now. Bro, I don't know. Did you get in that? Bro, I think we got in them guts and it messed her up. You know what I'm saying? We got in them guts and she's like, oh, I can't fight anymore. He got all up in these guts. I don't know what to do, man. I'm like, well, I don't know. That ain't my problem, though. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Ariya-senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. I like to think those are perfect replications of what they meant right there. So, you know, 10 out of 10 voice acting. Follow the shouts and you will find her. I grinned briefly as I saw Ariya seemingly in the middle of practicing a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps now was a perfect opportunity to surprise her a little? So what we gonna do? Alright, I got the next part. So, we gonna whip out our... No, we're not. No cocks out. I've just been informed that there won't be any cocks out at the moment, so, I was wrong. Sorry. I snuck closer, making sure. Okay, I get it. So, we ain't gonna put our cock out and just like run at her. No. What we gonna do? We gonna get close. We gonna grab her. We like gonna grab them titties, right? We gonna like angle it up. We gonna press on up on her, right? Be like, like yeah, girl. You know. Because, you know, we already done got up in them guts. So now she's just, like, subservient, you know. Something like that. Oh. Wait. That's not it either? Well, don't I look stupid? I snuck closer, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached the hand towards her shoulder. Aria! Feeling a hand on her shoulder, Ariana reacted. She grabbed a hold of my hand and with a loud grunt shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. Ooh, that had to hurt. I didn't have time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Yeah, that would definitely hurt. Yeah! No one sneaks up on the great Konochi Aria! Oh, Taco Boy. I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry. Are you okay? See, now I gotta get on them guts to get. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm done. I won't. I promise I won't say that statement again for at least 30 seconds. Konochi. Konochi. More like the Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't have a shred of mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Taco Boy. Better that you learn that now than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess. You want to do some sparring, don't you? I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh, what do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon. I could do with a bit of a break anyway. Where to start? You used to take part in big and important matches in the past, right? Did you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh yeah, this one time I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me to the car. Of course, that was when I was like 8. Well, obviously I can't go hide from my match, but one of my friends made the stupid suggestion that I go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point, I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little. Taco Boy, are you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was, like, old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country for the sport I love. The sport I love. I love this sport, man. Ariana seemed to think for quite a long time, all the while tapping her jaw with her finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers and grabbed a tight hold of me. Alright, I'll tell you the way to the shrine, I know. But it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and bob of your head. You need to give something to the shrine. Something of value. How do I give a testicle? I'm sorry. I guess I'll have to think of something before we get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help. We? Oh, no, Taco Boy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, you've got to take this step by yourself. I can draw you a map and show you an easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. So do I get some head first, or nah? You're not tagging along? Not even for a little while? I mean, no brain? Afraid so, Taco Boy. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw that map for you. After Aria's return, quick preparations were made and I followed the directions noted on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hints on how to find my way back in case I got lost was a bit sketchy. Just look down and you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. Bruh, I wish I had some forest like this around me. I got some forest, but it ain't like this, bro. It's not like beautiful and serene and nah, it's kind of like filled with mosquitoes and snakes and alligators and stuff. So the forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled along the trees, and nearby was the river Ichikawa's sister had mentioned. I followed Aria's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, I finally arrived at the supposed legendary shrine. And I found Mewtwo at the top. And I pulled out my phone and caught me a Mewtwo. For Team Mystic. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained, despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone had secretly been living there, perhaps some secret martial arts master. The thought of a hermit living within the shrine in order to prepare himself for an upcoming battle between good and evil started to dwell in my mind. I guess it's too good to be true. It's true, man. Just let it go. Just let it go. I sighed in annoyance at the fact Aside from the shrine itself, the grounds surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There was no way anyone could be living there. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It only took me a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar of sorts in the back of the room. Okay. Yo, can we just take a second to appreciate the fantastic art here? No, it's like old pixelated right there. I don't know. It's like everything else was drawn with such care, and that part they kind of copied from Google Images and just kind of pasted it there, and it just didn't fit right. I don't know. It just looks weird. I guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map and I had been given, putting it inside my bag. I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think luck will do me much good in a match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. No luck. We don't want no luck. No luck. Judo is all about using the knowledge you have gained through training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more and nothing less. Yo, okay. Random female voice. Let me get my voice actress voice on. Hold on. How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here, surrounded by the very thing he denounces. Upon hearing this voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Oh, the change in music, that was actually kind of eerie. Who's there? Quite the cliched question, but the right thing is to ask. Where am I?
What are you talking about? Show yourself. Show yourself. No.
Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here if you do not believe in such a thing as luck?
I came here to prepare myself. I mean, I'm trying to be a professional martial artist and save the world and stuff, and then get into guts of some girls. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm just trying to get some pussy. I'm just trying to get some trim.
Oh, do enlighten me about what this something might be that you're preparing yourself for.
I don't know why I had a stroke halfway through that. I felt a little bit annoyed as the questions continued, but maybe if I kept talking to her, I would find out where she was hiding. Shell? Yo, we're playing Portal now. Hi guys, welcome to Portal. Today we're gonna be playing as Shell. No, I'm done. I'm preparing for a tournament, a judo match.
Judo? What might that be?
Seriously? You don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art, alright?
Aha, so you're a warrior. Hesitant to go into battle and came here in hope of finding the resolve to fight.
I'm not sure about the whole warrior part. I'm just trying to get some trim.
How fortunate. Just so happens that there is a need for one of your kind.
What do you mean, my kind? Bruh. My kind?
A hero. The shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return.
Sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds better, though.
Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clap my hands together in prayer.
So, what's next? Do I offer up my allowance or something? Because I'm broke. If I broke.
Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of much greater value. I will be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you.
For you. For you. Boop. Why did I turn into Sombra?
As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated the moment the girl's words reached my ears, my head spinning wildly.
Slowly, I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back.
As my vision grew blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard. Yo, oh, okay. Yo, so like I said, I was just trying to get some trim, so yo, is that you? Good luck, hero. You're going to need it. Nah, what I need is them tits in my face. That's what I need. I need those on my face. Like, right here. That's what I need. Right now. I was quite serious about that. If we can make that happen. Like, if someone can make that happen, thanks. Despite my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. The sight of her horns and a tail left many questions, but before I had the chance to utter even a single word, my consciousness succumbed to the darkness. Yo, can I get your number? Ma, can I get your number? Can I get your number? Can I get your number? Da-da-da. Your number, da-da-da. But your number, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Rays of sunlight stirred me back to life, a groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was that I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, it looked like the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around to see if I could find the girl from before, but not a trace of her was present. Not a trace of her presence remained. Sorry. Not even a titty. Not even a titty hair. Like, really? Like, not a titty hair. Nothing. To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remember. I should probably head home. The thought was cut short by the sound of several female voices that could be heard nearby. Yo, I'm about to get me some trim. Get back here! Hikage, stop them at once! Just what do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them. I'm trying to stop them. Yeah, I think they noticed what's missing, Oni-sama. Keep running, little one. We might just make it. I'm not going to be able to remember all these voices. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any weirder, the sound of heavy footfalls could be heard nearby. Yo, bro, what's going on? There's just titties. There's titties everywhere. There's titties. Oh my god. Wolf ears, titties. Oh my god. What in the world is going on here? I don't know, but it's fantastic and I love it. Further ahead, I saw a couple of girls in a fast pursuit of even more girls. However, there was something off about the scene. Something didn't make any sense. The girls being chased had ears and the tail of an animal, and the pursuers appeared to be armed with a katana and naginata. Oh my. So, Katana Girl. You conniving fox! Come back here at once! Return what you stole immediately! Naginata Girl. Give me back my panties! Okay. This took a turn. Hikaga, how could you say something like that out loud? Panties! Oh no! Help save us from the rampaging women! Hee! As I watched the girls run off, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to just leave them be. While I didn't know what in the world was going on, the two girls armed with rather realistic-looking props, surely they couldn't be real, they had me worried. I couldn't very well call myself a hero if I let something like this go by without acting. I'm so gonna regret this later. Either that, or you'll be really thankful because there will be tits galore around you. One of those two things will happen, and either one sounds like a pretty good cause. Mumbling in annoyance, I chased after the girls. Hikage, go around to the left. Right. I said left. Why do you always undermine me? saying right. I wasn't saying right, I was. You know what? Never mind. Just run after them. As I was chasing the girls, I noticed that the trees seemed to be getting denser, making it gradually more and more difficult to navigate along the path. Oni-sama, I don't think I can run much more. I'm starting to feel a bit... Just a little longer, Michael-chan. We're almost... Michael? Not that! Not now! Sorry, Oni-sama. Scissor attack! I arrived just in time to find a scene taken straight from an action movie. The girl with the blonde hair had collapsed, held in her companion's protective embrace. These two armed girls were approaching them, almost unmistakably with the killing instincts running amok. Any seasoned martial artist would have felt it. Those girls were going to be in for a beating if I didn't stop them. We've got you now, thieves! I'm going to personally drag your sorry butts back to town and have you both put in the stocks. Maybe I'll even show how it feels to run around without any undies on. Yeah, although I must admit, having a breeze down there does feel kind of nice. Keeps me feeling fresh and tingly. What are you on? She's popping ecstasy, apparently. She's like, it feels so tingly. It feels so tingly. Anyway. Hikage, goodness, don't you have any shame? This isn't about you. It's about our undergarments stolen and these two criminals being brought to justice. Oni-sama, it hurts. My head hurts. Shh. It's going to be okay, little one. Hey, guards, if you're so desperate to have your underwear back, then here, catch. Stop it right there. However, before I was able to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired girl tossed something into the air. Whatever it was flying straight towards my head. The two samurai girls instantly grew flustered. Ugh! I can't see! Who the hell tosses a... Peeling the item off of my face, I raised them into the air looking like a professor examining an important sample while the thieves made their escape. A pink bra and lacy black panties. Why so specific? Why so specific? This is great. This is great. I'm glad I decided to finally get into the round to reading this. Pink bra and lacy black panties. Oh boy. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized that matches my hat then. Anyway. Oh boy. I knew this wasn't going to end well. Ah! You there! Are you in cahoots with those crafty foxes? And hand those back immediately. Those are evidence of a crime and not for anyone else to touch. Bruh. She threw the panties at me, bruh. Like, what can I say? Drop the panties right now! I'm innocent until proven guilty. It's one of the golden rules of court. Just stop pointing those weapons at me so I can hand over your underwear without being turned into a shish kebab. What? No, stop, shut up. Just drop the evidence and walk away. I am Tsukino Mayo, chief of the village guards, and I am ordering you to drop what you're holding right now. I don't know of any village guards, and I seriously doubt a cop will go around dressed like that and wielding a katana. TBH. More importantly, the ground here is muddy and dirty. Are you sure I should drop the evidence? I mean, I could, but... Yeah! Before I could react, the pink-haired girl lunged towards me, the pointy end of her naginata aiming for my gut. Holy crap! Chick, I'm trying to make sure that this is a very calm situation. Stop trying to attack me! Please! It'd be great! My reflexes caught on just in time and I was able to palm her spear as it sailed through the air. I struck upwards on the wooden shaft of the weapon, sending it up into the air and causing the girl to lose her balance. Narumi! I did not order you to attack! Fine, fine, I'll give them back. Jeez, just my luck to find a bunch of crazy girls with weapons. Low-key, I wouldn't be as attentive in the situation because I definitely have a boner in the situation. Girls with weapons, it's over. It's a really bad thing, but at the same time, if she's hot and she's got weapons, oh yeah, no, I am to her service. It is that bad. General Esdeath, waifu material. Waifu. Extending the hand that held the undies, I tried to hand them over, something that I would soon end up regretting. Ha! You think I'd fall for something so simple? Fool, you may have fooled me once, but I won't let that happen again. Chick, stop it! The woman swung her weapon wide, arching the thick wooden pole into my side before I could dodge. She then lunged forward and grabbed me tightly, pulling my arm around my back, leaving me with sore ribs and a prone position. I could have fought back, but I figured it would only end up leading to more fighting. With the possibility of ending up being stabbed, I decided to remain passive. You know, I could have fought him, but I decided to be like a pacifist, like, you know, my dude Gandhi. Yeah. Old Martin Luther King looking, you know, I'm just trying to spread like pacifism and stuff, man. The sword-wielding girl stepped forward and grabbed the silky underwear from my hand triumphantly. Your methods might be crude, but they do get results, Sakage. Tie him up. We'll bring him in for questioning. He probably knows those pesky thieves are hiding. Right! And people wonder why criminals want to resist arrest at all costs. Anyway, I mumbled this weekly as the girl with the naginata tied my wrists together with rope. I soon felt myself dragged by the duo towards the city. Surely once we're out of the forest, you two will stop this act and you'll let me go, right? As much as I like to fool around, I have more important things to do. TBH. The city? We're not taking you all the way there. You'll be spending the night in the village cells, thief. Who are you calling a thief? I'm the victim. First, I get undies tossed in my face. Then I had to deal with physical abuse, and now these accusations. Besides, there's no villages around these parts. It's a city. You know Tsukino Toshi? Silence, Hokage. Silence, Hokage. If he speaks again before we get to the village, you have my permission to knock him unconscious. Tsundere tyrants. That's funny. And that's how I ended up on my way to a jail cell. Cuffed and dragged by two girls, both of whom I started to suspect were crazy. I mean, aren't they all though? TBH, aren't they all? I gotta keep going. Okay, so just to pause for just a second, I've tried to record this series a number of different times, doing different types of recording. A couple of them just straight up failed, like camera problems, something didn't record, blah, 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 like all sorts of things. And I've tried to record this series so many times, but I've never gotten this far. I always got to maybe where the dojo is. And after that, like I saw the lady, and after that I would save or try to stop. But this is the first time I've gone past it, and oh my god, I did not know it got this crazy, this fast. I can't wait. We're gonna continue. We're gonna keep going. This is pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, moving. I like this. Oh, that was cool. I like that little intro piece. When we exited the forest, alarms set off in my mind. The city I lived in my whole life, it was gone. Okay, now this is getting crazy. This is getting weird. You've got to be kidding me. If I wasn't in Tsukino Toshi, then where the hell was I? Hey, no talking. Come on, I don't want to bop you that much. Kinda. Maybe a punch or two. I just want to know how the heck you blocked my strike so easily. Your attack had a lot of power behind it, but it was kind of predictable. With the right movement and enough force, that's the result you get. Anyway, I'll play along for a bit, but where in the world are we? This clearly isn't my hometown. I mean, the buildings look more like they belong to some sort of classic samurai movie. Huh? What the heck is a move? Oh my god, I got sent back in time. I got sent back in time. Oh my god. This is Harumaru. It's been here forever. Hikage, I thought I told you to silence him if he spoke again. Actually, you told me that I could, but you didn't tell me that I had to. I like her. She's cool. She doesn't actually want to actually beat the crap out of me all the time. The other one, you're kind of a D-bag, but I like you too. I mean, you're kind of cute. You can get the Dino. Must be tough being the subordinate of someone like that. Be quiet or I will silence you for good. Okay. Oh, yo, so there's no need for all that. Aight, Holmes? Like, no need. No need. Keep the katana put down. Just let it chill. This time, it didn't seem to be an idle threat. The girl had unsheathed her katana and was now resting the edge of the blade against my throat. I was already starting to regret having played a hero earlier. I would have too. TBH, I would have been so scared. Oh my god. Hopefully there would be someone with more common sense in the village. Several minutes later. I soon found myself confined within a small room, the stern-looking tsundere of a girl glaring down at me the whole while. While the other girl, who was apparently called Narumi, seemed to have softened up a little. From what I had gathered during their conversations, they had called the village elder to help oversee my questioning. What purpose did these thefts have? Or are you just some pervert who gets off sniffing girls' under... They mistyped that. Or are you just some pervert who gets off sniffing girls' undies? I ought to castrate you. Okay, look. Keep the nuts out of this. Keep the nuts, the penile area, my genitalia. Keep it free from harm. I'll do anything else. Just keep... I like my dick. I just like my dick, man. Just... No. I already told you I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Not to mention, anything warmed by you would probably smell sour. Hold up. That was savage. Back up for a second. That was so savage. That was savage. Anything warmed by you would probably smell sour. Bro, that's so savage. Oh, God. I couldn't see too well from the cell where they had put me, but I was almost certain I could hear Narumi laughing nearby. Tsukino Dono, please calm down. You brought him in to learn the reason behind his presence in the forest, didn't you? This is totally racist. I apologize in advance. This is racist. That is correct, Elder Sama. I believe he was working together with those fox spirits to steal panties and other undergarments. Objection! I ain't get to steal nothing. I ain't get no good, like, nothing good came out of this for me. Like, on the real. Like, if we're being honest. Huh? What are you objecting to, young man? The evidence surrounding the defendant's accusation was fabricated, and Harumi-sama, would you please answer the question for the judge? Was the defendant, that is myself, anywhere near those girls you two were in the pursuit of them? Hold it! Just who are you calling a judge here? Lower your voice or I will strike you down. Okay, like look, Chica, this is a court. This is a court system, court law. You know, like I'm the plaintiff. No, I'm the defendant, and y'all the plaintiffs. So y'all gotta calm down. Y'all gotta let me talk, man. Like I had to think about that. Hey, Mio-san, maybe the whole angry accusation thing isn't working. This guy clearly isn't a bandit. We could just ask him why he was up in there in the woods. If he had a valid reason, then sure. If not, then he's clearly a panty thief and we'll use him as a punching bag out in the yard. Finally, and here I thought I was about to become a turnabout case. I sighed deeply, partly amused by my own act, despised the seriousness of the situation. This would totally be me, by the way. If this was the situation, this would probably be me. I love this dude already. Takahiro is actually my dude. Seriousness of the situation. Who Who would have ever thought mimicking characters from games and movies would end up getting me out of trouble? As long as I didn't become an ace prisoner, things would hopefully turn out for the better. A wise idea, Narumi-chan. How about you start by giving us your name? Gushiken Takahiro. So what were you doing in the forest when these two were chasing the thieves? I'm not entirely sure myself. One moment I was praying at a shrine hidden inside the forest. Next thing I knew, some weird girl was talking to me. A girl? Yes, a girl with horns and a tail. I know it sounds weird, but I could have sworn I saw her. Before, I must have fainted. After that, I woke up somewhere in the forest. Tsukino Dono, Namurumi-chan, do you recall the stories behind the shrine near our village? Forgive me, Elder-sama. I do not recall. I know it's a place of high spiritual energy and a sacred place, but I can't remember the details. Sorry, grandfather. That shrine belongs to Shuriri, a powerful spirit that has been watching over our village for as long as anyone can remember. Unlike the fox spirits, we tend to avoid going too deep into the forest. I still think I could get rid of those pests once and for all if you would just let me go in and find their home. It's probably hidden in somewhere, in some damp cave or on the hill or some rundown old house. Humans and spirits rarely mingle, even if they meet with good intentions. The fact that this lad says he saw a spirit means there is a chance he was there for a reason. Not to mention, did you take a good look at him yet? He seems disoriented, and his clothes look foreign. He did seem to be talking gibberish earlier. He claimed to be from a city near here, but there's nothing like that for miles. He was also talking about something called a movie, and he used some fighting technique I've never seen before. He's still a pervert. I'm not a pervert! It's perfectly natural for a guy my age to be curious about certain things. Besides, if you're talking about how the panties ended up on my face, I had nothing to do with it, tsundere tyrant! What did you just call me? I'd have smashed you to pieces, you brat! Yo, you can catch the hands later, but first you gotta untie me so we can have a fair fight. You know, 2016 equality and all that, but you know, you can still catch these hands. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Oh, wait. Now that I think about it, those two foxes did look like they were just abandoning them. But, grandfather, what does this all mean? I can't be certain. However, I believe it is unlikely that he is working together with the fox spirits. Still, I have never heard of any human to come upon a spirit such as Tsuyuri. I dare say he might not even be of this world. Wait, are you trying to say that I'm from a different world? I'm in a different world now? That would be the most logical explanation. How does that become the most logical explanation in any scenario? Hold up, he's not from this world, guys. Just cool it. He's not from here. No, it's not how that works. You don't just, he's not from here, guys. Don't worry. No, that's not how that works. Anyway, that's not logic. That's not a logical explanation. Probably what happened, but not the most logical of explanations. And what would that be considered? Bro, me and Takahiro, we're on the same wavelength. But I have an important tournament to participate in 2 weeks from now. Well, no one has ever experienced something like this before. We will have to think of how to deal with you, or if it's even possible to get you back to your own world. Alright. In the meantime, a night in the cell won't hurt. He did assault a village guard, and he resisted arrest. He could stay here until he rots for all I care, but I suspect Elder will wish to have to talk with you soon. I can't speak apparently. Hikage, I'm going to clean myself off. I suggest you do the same. I would take offense for implying that I stink, but that was one hell of a run. Those fox spirits run fast. I would still like to know more about those techniques, Takahiro-san. If you do happen to stick around, I might want a few rounds with you. It's not like I'm going anywhere for the time being. So true. It is only for a few hours while we discuss what to do with you. A person such as yourself would end up causing quite the commotion amongst the villagers, so it is necessary to convince them that you mean no harm before we release you. And that was how I found myself stuck in a jail cell while the people responsible for my situation left to deal with personal errands. This sucks. As if being sent to a different world wasn't bad enough, I'm stuck in jail with my only company being a pair of beautiful, magnificent, majestic fox sisters. You lucky boy. Wait, hold up. A pair of beautiful... Wait a second. Yahoo! Hi there, panty boy. Hold up. Low key. I know they didn't just leave me for dead, throw panties at my face, get me caught up in this mess, and then come back to jail to chill. I know. I better be getting some brain. I'm be mad if I'm not. A familiar face appeared at the top of my cell, a blonde girl with golden eyes. As I watched, she flipped over and landed in front of the cell, waving her hands at me. From the side of the cell, another girl appeared with a wry grin on her face. Ah, it's the panty thieves! If you're here to reclaim your hostages, they're already back where they belong. Nope! We saw the guards go into the baths and swipe the maidens silk again. Look! With that, she pulled out a pair of lacy silken underwear from her sleeve and stretched it out with her thumbs, showing off her panty prize to me. You came all the way back here to snatch their underwear again? And I'm not sure the tsundere attire fits that label. The cutie with the katana? You'd be surprised. I happen to believe that she is as innocent as one can be. She seems far too uptight to let any man touch her. Okay, what? Did she just talk about banging her? Like, did she just talk about banging the tsundere? I swear to God, she just said that. That's what I'm getting from that. As for returning to the village, we have a debt to settle. I smiled weakly as I wondered what the fox meant by debt. I'm not sure what this debt of yours might be, but I think you better leave before those two return. You don't seem to be on friendly terms with the samurai girls. Wait! If he doesn't know about it, we can just leave, Oni-sama? Maiko, that is not how we do things. Young man, your actions allowed us to escape our earlier predicament without harm. This places us in your debt, for which we are now repaying you. Maiko, do the magic. Oh, okay. Because Kitsune, if I'm correct, Kitsune culture, because it's a real thing. In Kitsune culture, if you help a Kitsune, they have to help you back. They have to. Like, in Fire Emblem, there's different Kitsune, I believe, especially in Birthright, there's a Kitsune named Kaden, and you end up saving him when you go to his village or whatever, and you save him, and I just spit all over the screen, and I apologize, but when you save him, he ends up joining your crew afterwards because he needs to repay you the debt, and that's how you end up getting him on your side. So I'm guessing that's the same concept here. Probably. I could be very, very dumb. Don't quote me. Okay. The younger girl walked forward and placed her hands upon the locked door of the cell. She began mumbling something that I couldn't even begin to understand, and her hands slowly began glowing brightly. Different worlds, girls wielding weapons, and now fox girls using magic. Next on the list, I'm going to find a talkative magical sword and end up destined to save the world. Sounds about right. That said, I was curious to see what this magic would do to the lock keeping me imprisoned. Yeah! The glow flared for a moment before quickly fading. There was a hiss and then a sizzle as the lock dripped to the floor in a mess of melted metal. Okay, that's one way to get out. Well done, Maiko-chan. You did very well. Relax for now, alright? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be more surprised about, the fact that a girl just melted a steel lock, or that I'm starting to accept that this is normal. This level of magic is extraordinary. Maiko-chan is quite gifted. She's quite gifted if you're asking me. Nonetheless. Personally, I'm taking a fancy to the silver hair kitsune, but that's just me. But as I said, we are here to settle our debt. If you would like, we can escort you back to the forest where we first encountered you. I do, however, suggest you decide quickly. The guards do not bathe for long. I should know. I have observed them for a while. She is a huge pervert, and I like her. If I get the chance of which one I want to bone, I want to bone her. I want to bone the silver-haired kitsune. Well, I don't plan on sticking around, so I'll gladly accompany the two of you out of here. Maybe I'll find my way back home. Lead the way, peeping Tammy. That's clever. That's quite clever. Machiko! Sakura Machiko! Not... Oh, that's her name. I'm about to say, like, what does that mean? Is that magic? Sakura no Machiko. Not Tammy. Takahiro, but I suggest we keep introductions for later. Very well then, Takakun. Follow Machiko. I want to bone Machiko so hard. If I get the chance, she's getting the Dino. All dang day. As we stepped out of the cell, the sound of a familiar voice boomed in the distance. Hold on. I just realized my headphones haven't been all the way in. Anyway. Thieves! Crafty fox kleptomaniacs! I'll skin you alive! I'm not gonna yell because I don't want to peek my mic. But I think that's our cue to get out of here. And with that, the three of us darted out of the prison. And that's pretty much what happened. According to the village elder, there's supposed to be a shrine somewhere in the forest. It must be the same one I visited before I got caught up in this mess. Goodness, that sounds like a terrible situation. I know that spirits such as Sugiyuri enjoy playing with people, but this seems a little cruel of her. I would speak with her myself, but fox spirits aren't allowed to enter near the shrine. Huh? I thought the reason we could never go there is because you get all flustered whenever Suchan's around. Shut up, Michael! I didn't realize that a panty thief could get embarrassed like that, but maybe you two could show me the way to the shrine? Somehow the layout of this forest seems different from my world. Which pretty much meant that Ariara's map was useless now. You do not understand. There's more to the ways of us spirits than meets the eye, Takakun. I will try to navigate you to the shrine, but if Suyuri does not want us there, then we simply will not get there. The only places we can navigate to directly are our home and the village. I could use gate magic, but that takes a super long time to cast, and unless I concentrate really hard, it usually just ends up taking us someplace, not fun. Does she, like, take you to hell? Like, what? I think I'll prefer taking the ground route, but thanks for the offer, Maiko-chan. Maiko-chan, was it? That's right. Sakura no Maku-chan, at your service. Yay, my first human friend! Silly girl. Not that I doubt your navigation skills or anything, but didn't we cross this path a while ago? Oh, you're right. Why are we back here, Onisama? Huh? I thought you were leading the way. Wait, I think if we turn this way, cut through these trees, we might... Ah! The girl seemingly disappeared out of sight as she stepped in between two tall trunks, only to be followed by a loud splash. I ran towards the trees and looked down to see the girl's arms flailing, wildly neck deep in a slow-moving river. Ah! Onisama! Onisama! Quick, please, you have to help her. I'm begging you. I'll do whatever you want. Just please. Whatever? Just please, save her. Help! Oh, I'm saving that trim. We gonna save that trim. What you mean? Doesn't look that deep. You know, don't tell me that your sister can't. She can't swim. Neither of us can. Please, Takahiro-sama, please rescue my sister. I'm about to get both of y'all in the same. I'm about to get both of y'all in one fell swoop. What y'all mean? About to get both of y'all. What y'all mean? Alright, watch it. I guess I don't have a choice. Smiling weakly, I pulled off my jacket and dove into the water. The cold water sending shivers down my spine as I swam towards Maestro-kun, who, despite the lack of a strong current, was slowly disappearing under the water. Urged on by the worried shouts of Maiko, I tried to reach the girl as quickly as possible. It took me a few strokes before I reached her, but by the time I grabbed a hold of her and pulled her out of the water, she said lost consciousness. Oh, that's not good. She's not breathing. I felt my stomach drop. Dreadful thoughts of what might happen if I didn't do something began to fill my mind. But what in the world can I possibly do? CPR? I don't know what that is. She's not breathing. Help her. Please save her. Oni-sama, please wake up. Okay, but I need to concentrate. Can you find me something to dry her off with? Right! Great. A mage without a revive spell. As if trying to steal my nerves for what I was about to do, I muttered those words just before leaning in. All I can remember from my first aid training was the patient had to be in the so-called recovery position, and that I had to blow air into the mouth and down on their chest, and push down on their chest. My heart pounded faster and faster. As I looked down at the fox girl, I could feel my cheeks heating up as I blush spread across my face. Clumsily, I put her into what I hoped was the right position, and slowly I lowered myself towards her face. My lips parted. This bitch. God damn it. If you were this desperate for a kiss, you could have just asked. I know I'm beautiful, exquisite creature, but pushing me into a river so you can play a hero is a bit much, Taka-kun. Okay. It's not like that. I went to save you. Oh ho ho. Why thank you, oh valiant hero, for your rescue. I must admit, I am not the greatest swimmer, but you know, it is often better to get permission from the maiden you've rescued before you claim them as your reward, silly. I didn't have a choice. I either claimed your lips or death would claim you instead. And a bold choice that was. Where's Maiko? I hope she didn't try to save me first. She is even worse at swimming than I am. She's fine. She should be heading back here right now. In that case, I believe we have enough time. So how about it, Taka-kun? My little sister will be back in a few minutes, and I am sure a boy like you probably never kissed a girl before. So how about it? Want to claim this maiden's lips? Well, let's get it on. Don't make me toss you back in. No! Takahiro! What are you doing? No! But she's right there! She's what? Oh, such a shame. I was looking forward to finding out just how sweet your lips tasted. I'm not sure I want to find out what wet fox tastes like. Oh, I assure you, oh my god! I taste a lot. What the fuck? I taste a lot better when I'm wet. For some reason, I don't think we're talking about the same thing anymore. I felt my cheeks flushing up slightly at Machiko's teasing words, and I awkwardly scratched my cheek. Anyway, at this rate, you're going to catch a cold. Then perhaps you should warm me up, Taka-kun. Bro, she's giving you... Bro, give her the Dino! Give her the Dino! God dang it! More importantly, we need to get you out of those soggy clothes. Oh my, Taka-kun's so bold. Please, won't you unbutton my top for me? If you insist. There you go! Now you swaggin'! Now you swaggin'! Let's go! Let's go, boy! My fingers shook as I reached down to the lace of her bodice? Bodice? Pause, I gotta look up what a bodice is. The part of a woman's dress, excluding sleeves, that is above the waist. Woman vest like undergarment. Okay, so that pretty much what she's wearing. Is that how I say it? Is that how you're supposed to say it? No, bades. What? I need to see how to say this. I feel like the need to do this right now. Bodice. It's a bodice. My fingers shook as I reached down to the laces of her bodice. I was blushing brightly and my head was spinning as I felt my fingers touch the cloth. Before I could continue any further, I heard a whoosh behind me and felt something heavy impact against my body. My body toppled forward and I felt nasty blow to the back of my head. Oni-sama, I brought the— oh no, Takahiro! I could barely focus as the blonde girl began to fuss over me, but it was no good. Between running off my butt off all day and the sooner retired, the falling rescue, and now the blow to the head, I felt myself slip into unconsciousness. No! She was about to get the Dino! No! Oh. Later that day. ... God dang it! Hours must have passed by the time I finally regained consciousness. The first thing I noticed was something soft resting against me. For a moment, I wondered what it could be. Little did I know that whatever it was, I would soon be very much awake. I know we didn't do it, but Machiko. My voice caught in my throat, easily betrayed by my surprise at seeing the fox spirit resting beside me. Of course, it didn't help that she was stark naked. My gaze drifted along her features. I hadn't really put a lot of thought into it until now, but she was really beautiful. I've already put a lot of thought into it. She's real beautiful. That's what I'm saying. Give her the Dino. I'm telling you, man, we need to do it. Now's my chance. I've been curious about something for a while now. I decided to finally get my answer. I carefully lifted my hand towards her head, my fingertips lightly caressing her single furry ear. To my surprise, the fur felt real, confirming my theory. So she's a real fox, but really? That's what you're... I mean, I'm not trying to say, like, oh my god, go touch it. No, but no! Like, really, dude? Out of all the things about this fox spirit, I wonder if these ears are real. Takahiro, I thought we were cool, man. So I looked over to the peacefully sleeping girl. It was difficult to imagine someone like her being a panty-stealing troublemaker. Up close, she looked like an incredibly cute and naked, naked at that, no less. The fact that she was lying right beside me caused my cheeks to flare up, beet red in an instant. No, Suri, not again. Is she dreaming? Amused by this, I reached my hand out to poke her cheek gently, but the sound of footsteps made me reconsider. Ah! Takahiro, you're awake! Shh! Don't wake Oni-sama! She's a light sleeper, and she's been really super tired lately. Sure, but Maiko-chan, mind explaining why your sister is sleeping next to me? Without clothes on? Why did my dude turn to Porky Pig real quick? Without clothes on. You two look super cute, all cuddled up together earlier. That's not explaining what the heck happened. Oni-sama said that you told her it was important that she took off her clothes, so she took hers off, and then we took yours off. After that, she tried to keep you both warm by getting under the covers and laying in the sun. However, in the end, she fell asleep. What? Were you watching me just now? Yep, you were both sleeping so soundly, it was super adorable. I wanted to cuddle up to you, but Oni-sama told me off for cuddling with her in her sleep before. But I could have had four great personalities. I'm not selling this, am I? I think I get it. She does look rather adorable when she's sleeping like that. let's keep it that way for now. Michael. I took a deep breath, and I was about to open my mouth to say something when Michael suddenly spoke up with a smile. We brought you home to our mansion. We brought you to our spare room because it has the best light during the day. I was only watching you for a bit. Then I got bored, so I went and made some soup. Onisama always makes soup when I feel bad. Do you want some? Sure, I can go for some soup. But Michael-chan, before that, I need to ask you a favor. I need you to go and get my clothes because I'm kind of naked here. Bro, if you don't walk around, let your dick schlang, let it schwang, man. Just let it schwang. God, man. I lifted the blanket enough to allow a shameful glance of the cause of my current predicament. My face visibly took on the shade of a tomato when I noticed Michael leaning over for a similar peek under the blanket. I quickly closed to the gap. I think I'm gonna stay under the blanket for a bit. Could you just bring me my clothes? But you might wake her up if you don't get back to sleep. But fine, if you insist, I'll go get your clothes. You're no fun, you know? I wanted to see what a human looked like, but Oni-sama forbid me from peeking. Please, just go. The girl almost skipped to the door, giggling to herself. The door slid open and she hopped outside, vanishing behind the paper screen. Once I confirmed that Michael had left the room, I turned my gaze sideways, focusing back on the peaceful expression of the slumbering fox by my side. Oh no. For a moment, I thought about the things that the two girls had been accused of. Okay, so stealing underwear isn't exactly the nicest thing to do, but when I look at her like this, I can't picture her as anything but a normal girl. While the temptation to lift the blanket was strong, I felt a little nervous about the thought. Still, as much as I tried to hold myself back, I couldn't resist the temptation of turning to my side to get a better glimpse of her. Gingerly, I took a hold of the blanket. No, Takahiro, neither a gentleman nor a hero takes advantage of a sleeping lady. I'm about to say, homie, you can't do that. Like, that's not okay. She was trying to offer you the Dino. She was offering to take the Dino earlier, and that was cool, but no, she's sleeping. She didn't say yes. So that's a no. And yet, who am I kidding? This is a once in a lifetime. Don't you do it. Don't. Takahiro, I will lose so much respect for you. I will lose so much respect. No. In the end, the perverted little devil within me won the morality struggle, and with shaking hands, I tried to lift the blanket. Machiko, stop! Yikes! I don't want any blackberry. Okay. I was about to say, we're about to get beat. White as the very sheets I was laying on, my heart pounded louder than ever. Without a word, I dropped the blanket. She was still dreaming, mumbling away in her sleep, but she had scared the living daylights out of me. Good, because you deserved it. You deserved to get beat, honestly. But because I am also you, we're not going to let that happen. Hopefully. After a while, Michael returned and deposited my now dry clothes in my lap. She smiled at me and lingered for a few moments as if expecting me to begin changing. Oh, of course, the soup. I'll go get it. But don't change too slowly, okay? I bet you'd hate for me to sneak in a peek. Don't think guys spend as much time changing as girls. Wait, were you planning to peek on me? It occurred to me that perhaps Michael was more like her sister than I had first assumed. It seems like you know what you're talking about, Takahiro. And well, I might have been thinking about it. I'm kind of curious about the difference between us foxes and you humans. Like, it was amazing how easily you carried sis out of the water. Is it because you're human? Actually, I think it's because I'm a guy. We tend to be stronger than girls. Not to mention, I practice judo almost every day. It would be embarrassing if I couldn't carry a girl. Judo? Judo? Okay. Judo. It's a sport of sports. Although it's also used for self-defense. Is that why you saved her? Because of this judo? Well, that's not really it. Ultimately, why are we still in this picture of her? I'm just saying, TBH, We should have switched back to the other side of the room. That would have been a great switch back and forth, but like at the same time, I'm not complaining, but at the same time, this is a little bit lewd. Well, that's not really it. Ultimately, saving a damsel in distress hinges on a man's pride. Oh, can I see your pride? I don't think... Oh, God. And just what exactly are you looking for, little sister? Bruh. She done woke up. Oni-sama! I wasn't... You're wrong! The soup's still cooking! I need to tend to it! The younger girl scrambled to her feet and dashed out of the room at full speed, her tail comically hanging between her legs as she did. I turned to Machiko with a faint blush on my face, averting my eyes so she could pull the sheet back up around herself. Ah, I see you're finally awake, Machiko-san. With you two making such a fuss about chudo and soup, how could I possibly hope to get any sleep? I'm glad to see that you are well, Taka-kun. Forgive me for taking such measures, but I feared that I wasn't getting warm fast enough and did what I thought was necessary. Sure, At least it was more enjoyable. At least it was a more enjoyable sleep than you would have had in the cell. I doubt that's the tsundere tyrant, was it? I doubt that she would have given you the same service. Let's just say that the hospitality was much appreciated. I'm glad to hear that. If you'd like to change, there's a screen just over there. I promise I won't look, of course. I guess one of us has to do it. I watched Machiko close her eyes, hiding her face in her hands as if to assure me she wouldn't peek. Taking my chance, I climbed out from under the bed and made my way towards the wooden screen. Once I reached it, I began changing quickly. If you could be so kind as to do me a favor, Taka-kun, my robes should be up on the dresser behind you. Could you pass them to me? It would speed matters up greatly. Sure, give me a second. After looking around for a moment, I found the robes neatly folded up on the dresser. My heart skipped a beat as I took hold of them, before turning towards the screen to hand them over. Say, Machiko-san, how come you two walk around stealing people's underwear? I mean, you don't look like bad people to me. Well, it is complicated. Michael was researching a spell she had wanted to perform, one that would allow us easier access to certain things we need, and one of those ingredients was a maiden silk. The only silk I could think of, well, you already know the answer. By maiden silk, I guess... By maiden silk, you mean, I guess I understand why you would think that, but isn't maiden silk another term for wedding sash? It is in my word, at least. As I said this, the girl appeared from the other side of the screen. I never realized. What's that, Oni-sama? A maiden silk is it's a wedding sash. All our work was for naught. Oh, well, at least a wedding sash will be easier to get. I'll just have to marry Taka-kun. Whoa, what? Machiko. A few minutes later. After the little incident, we relocated to the kitchen. The smell of food filled the air. Despite the younger girl's easygoing attitude, always humming some cheerful melody, I found my cheeks still burning from embarrassment to think that a girl would say such a thing. I quickly shook my head to clear the thoughts from my mind and turned towards the older sister. This soup is delicious. Is Mako-chan usually the one doing the cooking around here? Yay! I'm so glad you know it. I'm so glad you like it, Takahiro. I don't usually cook, so I made a few lucky guesses. It is rather delicious, Mako-chan. Perhaps you could do more cooking from now on. It'll allow me more time to lounge around. Well, the first step to getting your wedding sash is to become a good housewife, and that includes cooking. I added this with a bit of amusement following Machiko's comment. I took another sip of the soup for a few lucky guesses. The dish turned out to be pretty well. Alright guys, so as much fun as I am having, I'm gonna have to stop this here. It's been a lot of fun to play. Oh my god, I had so much fun reading through this. I'm really excited to continue doing this. This will probably go up on a Saturday or a Sunday. I'm not particularly sure yet. I will find out. I know I called it Storytime Saturday, but I'm not actually sure yet. So we will see what happens. But I'm really excited to get into this whole thing. So hopefully you guys are excited and enjoyed this. I know it's really, really long, but I think like something like this, it's better for it to be just long form entertainment. So I personally would enjoy watching something like this as like almost a podcast plus some funny commentary of a book almost. So I think I'd enjoy it. So hopefully you guys will too. If you do, make sure you drop a like, share it with some friends, and just tell them that Perk Layton's pretty cool dude doing some pretty cool stuff on his pretty cool YouTube channel that they should totally subscribe to if they want to be pretty cool. Alright guys, it's been real, it's been fun, definitely real fun. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.